So now we continue. This is the morning session of the Parayan question and answer sessions of September 13 morning session, and we continue now. The first question has been answered. So Rita D. Patel is the next question. We are in the Parayan, September 13th morning session, morning QA session, Kritidasha. My question is, Mother Amba is how is the devotion of Lord Goddess Amba? It is Adya Shakti. It is, if you worship her, then your Prakruti Shakti, the energy of the Prakruti, becomes natural, because by worshipping Mother Amba, your Prakruti, for both for men and women, your Prakruti, your what happens internally? She has, if you become Vitrag, then you will become, if you worship the Vitrag, you will become the Vitrag, and if you worship the one who has become the perfect Prakruti, Ma Amba, then your Prakruti will become natural. You will become the one that you worship. That is the law. All day long, who are you worshipping? Find out that. Are you worshipping Dada? You will become like Dada. Are you worshipping a Bollywood actor? Then you will become a Bollywood actor. That is how it is. There are many who are in the service of Dada. I want to do this for Mahatma. I don't know to do this for the Mahatmas of Dada. This is a very beautiful arrangement for the Mahatma of Dadas. The law is that whoever you worship, you become that. And you say, but if you're constantly being negative and backbiting others, then you see, all day long you're in dvesha, and therefore, you're putting other people down, they're wrong. Then you become, in the next life, you will become the one that you are abhorring. Then you will become the one you are scornful. You see, you will become the target of the one that you are being scornful. Therefore, worship the Gnanis and the Tirthankars, worship Tirthankar, then you will become that in the next life. So worship. Next one. So people are still coming in from the break, and the question and answer session has commenced. And the next one this is on the 13th of September at the Simandar City in the morning session now. And names being announced, but people are away, and so they are away towards the toilets or whatever, so they are not answering. 5 or 6 people have been asked. They announced now. This is a lady here. Jai Satya. I don't understand what the Prakruti likes. You don't need to understand what the Prakruti likes or dislikes, with reference to food. It will eat what it likes. You need to know what it eats and what it doesn't eat. For 3 sessions, it slept off. You need to do that. You just have, this is a beautiful program that I want to remain awake, but I slept in this Parayan for 3 sessions, she says. The Prakriti is like that, so therefore. And she is continuously in Tanmayakar, in the body only. Tanmayakar, she continues to remain the body form only. Just try to improve the new. Do not try to improve that is already happening, you see. You need to change the underlying knowledge behind it, that is all. I want to remain aware and awake. I do not want to become Tanmayakar in it. I want to remain separate from it. Tanmayakar means becoming the body mind form. I want to ask for the energies to remain separate, that is all. The future Purusharth is to remain separate only, because it is not improving at all. Then why fuss over it? Why mess over it? 9 kalma is so beautiful, the 9 sentences. It gets in, and then the Charan Vidhi Sam. And then the Charan Vidhi Sam is, I do not like to do the Charan Vidhi at all. But now you're in the Shibir, right? Yes. But you like the Shibir, right? Then come here. Then slowly, just kind of let us go to the Lord in the morning. Let us do the Vidhi, because the Vidhis are happening to the Lord in the morning. Everybody gathers here at 8:30, so I too will go there. So slowly the Prakruti will melt, you see. And then Prakruti will say, wow, this is good because I enjoy it. I like to do seva, but it likes to go. You just kind of move forward in that which you like. That is all. Just kind of accept what the Prakriti accept. Do not be concerned about what the Prakriti does not accept. And there is so much deceit inside. I cannot change it. No, that doesn't matter. I just ask for the. No, don't worry about the deceit in the female Prakriti. Just whenever there is the awareness, ask for the energy to remain free from the deception of the female Prakriti within. That is all. Kapat, Kapat, kapat. That is the deceit. Anger, pride, deceit, greed. You see, there is no awareness of who you are. You become the woman only. That is all. Next one, Kamlesh Patel, Babu Nagar. In day-to-day life, I have to interact with so many different prakrutis. Some are very suspicious, some are very proud prakrutis, some are very angry prakrutis. How do I deal with all of these different prakrutis? Nothing. There's the answer. Remain without opinions with these prakrutis. See the pure soul in them and see that it is their file. This is the field stock of their file. See the real and the relative of the other person. See the pure soul of the other person and settle the file with equanimity. That's all. Agna 1, 2, 3. Be free from the opinions. You see, do not keep the opinions that he is an angry person, he is a mani person, he is a very proud person, he is a very suspicious Prakruti. He always suspects other people. They are not always like that. In certain matters they do it, but they are not like this continuously. They may not be doing anything for you only. Therefore, see them as the pure soul. See the Amapura in that person. They must be suffering because of the way they are behaving, but at least you begin the improvement from your aspect through the 5 Agnas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Agna, any one of them is good. Oh, my Lord within him, help the other person, and also give me also the energy to settle this file with equanimity. That is all, my Lord. See, this is very important. Do you understand? So mostly, therefore, I just have to make the adjustment. Is there anything else? No, this is the easiest. The Agnas are the easiest path. What you see when you go to the kitchen, there are all kinds of tools are there. You see, and there are some very big knives to cut the breads. You see, and, and then there are some machines that cut very thing. You see, there are all kinds of machines in the kitchen, right? In a commercial kitchen, there are so many kitchens. This is how it is. You should know how to use it, upayog. You should know how to, at the relative level, how to use it, and the real level, that is the awareness of what is happening. That is all. Next one, Rama, I wanted to ask in Hindi, how I want to fill up to settle the stock of the filled stock of file 1. That I have to see the file and keep it separate from the soul. And then I want to understand the Prakruti of file. That is all. My question is this. In this, we have the 5 Agnas. In the 4th Agla, that we just have to settle the file with equanimity. And then how? This is all the same. Is there a difference between settling a file with equanimity versus understanding the Prakruti? And its first step is I have to settle the file with equanimity. And then how do I settle the file with equanimity? The second step is the more, whenever you cannot settle the file with equanimity, then you just have to have Manorama do Pratikraman Pratekan. And then the number 3, the 4 steps are, and then when because you could not remain in equanimity, then you became disequanimitous. The kashayas happened. Then you have to do the Pratikraman Pratekan. So these are the 4 steps. You are automatically in the 4 steps of the procedure. You are automatically you are adjusting to the other person. You see. So naturally there will be the settlement of the file with equanimity. That is all. I have a question. I still see the faults of the Prakriti of the other person. Then you have to tell Vijay, that if you see the faults of the other person, you'll become wrong. If you see the pure soul, then you'll become. Do you want to see the Prakriti, there's fault, or do you want to see the pure soul? Then therefore, if you see the other person's faulty Prakriti, then you need to have him do Pratikraman only. Otherwise, the easier approach is to see the pure soul and see the relative. That's all. And do not be concerned with the relative faults of the other person. Do not be concerned with the relative faults of the other person. Stop the interference. And the one who the ego of file number one that is seeing the faults of the other person, you need to converse with it and say, why are you seeing the faults of the other person? Do you think that other person is willful? It is his fill story. Why are you saying the fill story? Why are you saying that she is willful? Why are you saying that she is very proud? Why are you saying that she is very greedy, etc.? Change. Talk to your ego. Talk to the ego of file one. Talk to Marsha. Talk to Thais. Talk to Eunice. You see, and then you see proceed further in this way. But whenever it happens, I immediately said, when the says, then he says that, then there is in the Gnan Charan Vidhi that, just ask for the energies, whenever I lose these energies to be in the five Agnas, I ask for the energies from that, let me, in the Charan Vidhi, that let me be as natural as you, my Lord. Give me the energy to become as natural as you are, my Lord, you see. These sentences in the Charan, wherever there is weakness, there are beautiful sentences. It is a very magnificent way to rise higher. Therefore, when I ask for the energies, I am going up. Let your vision be mine. Apna, let your vision be mine. Let your swabhav, let your Gnan Darshan Charitra and Sukh be my Gnan Darshan Charitra and bliss. You let your sahajta be, let me be my sahajta only. Then whatever the Prakruti that is going in the wrong direction, it will go. Therefore, you see, even if the Prakruti is going the wrong way, you are turning around and looking at your own absolute self within you, and say, "Oh my Lord, grant, let me, let me be, let your naturalness be like this. Please bless me for this." And it is a complete tank. Well, she's now Marathi. What is Sahaj? Supposing somebody comes here at 5 o'clock and then he comes at 9 o'clock, and everybody then, and then if everybody's singing Asim Jai Jaikar and he sing and he joins in what is happening, he blends with what is happening. He doesn't have his own design in anything. When he puts his own drawing within all of this, then he becomes asahaj. Hmm. That is what is one's own design in all of this. And if arti is happening, then say, why do I need to do arti? That is called the interference, because that is one's own design. The arti is, just to blend in that which is happening, to blend like sugar in milk. That means you are natural. But if you said no, I'm not going to do it. Why do I? This ego and intellect will not let you become natural. Why is it necessary? Is it necessary to go with a lamp and go at the feet of this man who is wearing a cap? Why are they keeping the video in the satsang? Why don't they sing? Why don't they read? You see, just whatever is happening, satsang joint, do it. If this is the order of satsang in your local center, then let it happen this way. But when you start your own design, then it is going to bother you. So go with the flow. Go with the flow is naturalness, not to go with the flow and you start. People are doing garba, then he says, oh, why don't we just go and sit down? So these are all interferences, you see. So the soul is Satan, but why does the Prakruti become asahaj? Because of ignorance, you see. Asahaj means unnatural. The soul is natural, but the Prakruti is asahaj because it is when you stop interfering, the Prakruti will become natural. The file one is very interfering, she says. Now now you should know that when you say when you can see the mistakes of the Prakruti, now you should be awakened and aware, and now you say, who is the owner of Prakriti? The ego. Ego is the owner of the, so talk to the ego, talk to Jayaben. The Jayaben, let us learn, make sure that you don't need to change the Prakriti, but change the underlying causes of the Prakriti. That is a Purusharth, okay? That is all. Gita Bhimani, next one. In whatever Kriya that is happened, I cannot remain separate on the Kriya. Supposing I try to do, supposing I have bought something very heavy, when I have bought something, because this, when I've gone shopping, you see, moh is in operation, greed is in operation, and pride is in operation. You are aware of all three when this is in operation. You pride because you want to buy something better than somebody else. Greed means you want to pay less, and moh means you get attracted to it when you don't even need it. You see, so all three things are in operation when you go shopping, and therefore you should be aware that And then you want to be willful, you want to have it your way only, you want to go against the will of your husband. He doesn't want to spend the money and you want to spend your money, you see. So you want to be willful. No, it is that is it is part of the Prakruti. It will come in and then it will go away. So whatever you see goes away. You need to see it. That is all in the Prakruti. That is all. Jai Sachidanand. Then the Vijay Kumar in Delhi. Jai Sachidanand. This is Kalpana Tank. I have a very small question. What is your daily activity in the morning? And then what is the what can you share your experience with your own Prakruti? Right now, it's not very important to share this experience. What would I do before Gnan? After Gnan, after is that that this is the most important thing that because I become helpful after for this satsang. That is the most precious thing. I was used to do the work of Dada. That was good before Gnan. I used to be in Dada Vani only, and I was an engineer. So I finished the karma of engineering into that. But the most important thing is that I became helpful in this work. Niruma used to say, he says, Niruma says that I had a lot of ego before Gnan. Mine was totally opposite. I was very shy. She was a very strong Prakruti and I was very soft Prakruti. That is all. I was very shy and I was very introverted and shy. You see, this is before Gnan. The most important thing is now the most important thing that I became the recipient of the grace of Dada only, and we also need to really be such that we become graced for more and more grace for Dada only. Next one, Vijay Kumar. Jai Sajjan. Vijay from Delhi. Jai. This knowledge and awareness is our own awareness with of the S capital self and also knowledge. Does it help the discharge and the Prakriti? When the discharge will happen in its own time, but when the discharge will be complete if the Gnan is prevailing. If the Gnan and awareness is not prevailing, then the exact discharge will not happen. It will remain pending. You see, if you have hurt somebody, then you have to tell Vijay Kumar, just clear it off, because in gross activity it does not really make any difference. At the subtle level, you see, the awareness helps at the subtle level only. The cause part gets, when you settle a file with equanimity, that means you are not into grag dvesh, you're not into attachment abhorrence, and that is the purusharth. That is the most important purusharth of Agna 4, you see. Next one. Jai Sachidanand Deepakbhai. Mani Prakruti, I want to know. Mani means a Prakruti that is very proud, and then there is Vishishta, and that is the Vishishta Prakruti means the Prakruti of superiority. I'm superior, I'm something, I'm better, I'm beautiful, I know something, I'm better. When the guest comes, she tries to impress the guest. You see, oh, when guest comes, just before the guest come, you clean up the house to perfection because you want to create an impression to the guests. You see. Pramadi Prakruti, a lazy Prakruti. What is Pramad? What is Pramad? What do you consider lazy? I mean, that's very lazy, physically lazy. No, Pramad is very gone. And for a spiritual Pramad means, you see, means if you are spiritually lazy, means that you are not applying the five Agnas. You see? But you see, it's that, whereas if you are lazy, you see, when at the relative level, if you are a lazy Prakriti, the lazy one has got interest in something else. When he's interested in his video games, he is very active, but in other matters, he is lazy. Lazy Prakriti. So, in other words, you need to find out what Prakriti likes. The Prakriti is very active in what it likes, and what it does not like, it becomes lazy in it, you see. So that is at the Prakriti level, and at the spiritual level, at the knowledge level, there is of course Pramad means a lack of awareness. That is all. I I I I. Yes, file one. I am very, very negative towards my file one. She says, I scold my file one very much. You're coming to satsang all the time, so I can always constantly correcting file one. No, there is one is the frozen Prakriti from past life, And the second one is our opinions about our own Prakruti. We need to change our opinions that it should not be like this. This the frozen Prakruti will continue to do its own things. However, our opinions against the Prakruti should be only with reference to when it is going in the wrong direction only. You do not need to be very scolding. You do not need to scold the Prakriti. Make it understand. You see, through understand and through misunderstanding, it was going in the wrong direction, and through the right understanding given to the Prakriti, it will move in the right direction. I have very strong insistence that she should not hurt anyone. No, no, no. There should not be any insistence. Do it with understanding. Is that interference? No, no, no. I tell her, no, you have to do this. You should not be you cannot mistreat your own Prakruti. You cannot abuse your own Prakruti. You need, let it be natural. Let it be natural, be kind to it. Next one. Madhu Soni, Jai Sachidanand. Page 4, and the Prakriti is entirely dependent on the non-self, that which, when on page 18, it is written that the, and the Prakriti is absolutely independent from the soul. Only the soul is only present. It cannot do anything else. And on page 18, the Dadashri says that all results are independent from birth till death. Here is all result. You cannot change it. Prakriti is absolutely independent. You cannot change it. So the Prakriti is the Prakriti independent, or is it? These are all with reference to context. You are separate and Prakriti is separate. The Prakriti is not dependent to you, but you see, the Prakriti is dependent on something else. You see, and so the entire if you become the Prakriti, then you will become the slave of the Prakriti. You see, because but for you, it is not dependent on you. It is not under your control. The Prakriti, the subtle circumstances, gross circumstances, and circumstance speech are of the non-self and are under the control of the non-self only. For us it is, we are not under the control. We cannot control the Prakriti. But Prakriti is independent. Because it is independent and the soul itself does not interfere in the Prakriti, then the soul also can remain independent. But because the soul interferes in the Prakriti, because you interfere, this is the way it should be, this is how it should be, this is right, this is wrong, therefore you become dependent on the Prakriti. You see, next one. Yes, Sachidanand Pujyashri, I got my answers. What is your name? Madhuben Patel. Then Bhartiben Gutka, Mahesh Bawla, Mohan Rathod. And the gross Prakriti does not have Ragdvesh. It is the ego that has got the Ragdvesh. The subtle Prakriti has got Ragdvesh. There is no Ragdvesh in the effect, in the gross effect. But the ego sometimes does Ragdvesh, and Ragdvesh, attachment, abhorrence. It is the ego that has the opinion. The physical body does not have an opinion. Whatever you give to the body, it will eat. But it's the ego that says, I want more of it, I hate this food, I don't like this, etc. The ego is making the kashayas. If you want to then if you want to become free from ragdvesh, then five agnas is the best answer, you see. And say whatever has happened is vyavasthit, and tell the ego not to make a fuss. That is all. Whatever has happened is vyavasthit. That is all. Pushpa Ben, hello. Page 15. The one who understands the realm of the non-self, he will not enter, he put his finger into the non-self. This is, and then he becomes free. This is the most important thing. What is Parsatta? The authority of the Parsatta means the doer is doing something else. Pushpa is under the control of Vyavasthit, but he says, I am doing it. Parsatta means so when you become willful, you want to do it your way, then that means you are kicking Vyavasthit, you are rejecting Vyavasthit, and therefore you are coming into Parsatta. You see, then you make soup. You can say dramatically that I made the soup, but inside you should know that Pushpa or Eunice made the soup. You did not make the soup. Every activity is under the control of the doer, that is of that is separate from you, scientific circumstantial evidences. We do not want to enter with our ego that I am the doer. And the filled stock will empty, that is all. Jai Sachidanand, Bharti. Different circumstances. The same file one. Prakruti works in different ways with different circumstances. In certain circumstances, she is greedy. In other matters, she is proud. Which is the exact Prakruti? I do not understand. Slowly you need to understand that in this matter she is. What percentage there is a pride, in what percentage which is in moha, illusory attachment, gets deluded, in what percentage she is willful, in what percent she is deceitful. It is just understand the nature of your Prakriti. You do not need to go very subtle. Oh, in this, here she is greedy, here she is sexual, here she is proud, etc. We just need to know the way to become free from it. That is all. How? There are 4 steps and 5 levels, you see. Whether it is anger, deceit, greed, pride, willfulness, there are 4 steps and 5 levels only. 4 steps and 4 steps. Did you heard some? And all 4 kashayas gives hurt other people. We all the kashayas, because of man and pride, you become willful and you become aggressively uh, egoistic, and therefore you hurt other people. You see, so this in this way the filled stock will empty. So to the answer against all 4 kashayas is the 4 steps and 5 levels. Number 1, this is wrong. Number 2, how it is wrong. Number 3, pratikraman for it. And number 4, energy is never to repeat it again. And the 5 levels are: number 1, hurt to the others. Number 2, hurt to the self. Number 3, finding it sweet. Number 4, tanmayakar. And number 5, gnata drashta. And as soon as the mistake arises, then I can see the mistake, but sometimes it continues even. But and if I follow the same mistake in this Parayan, that immediately it gets washed off, and then there is bliss. Before Parayan, now because before the lack of awareness, I was suffering a lot. But in this Parayan, I'm becoming very free. Okay. When I see it separate, and if you can see it separately, then there is instant peace. But if I see that feel that it's happening to me, then I get clouded in it. You see, in particular for me, what should I do? You don't have to do anything. They say just whatever happens at whatever time. You got the understanding of samjan. You got the understanding of this satsang. That means it all melted away. Say to see the highest, the best thing is to whatever is happening. The best thing is that whatever it is happening to is not whoever it's happening to is not me. And then number 2, you can say if you are regretting, then it is good. But you see, I am not you. Now one, there is regret, and then prastava. There is regret, and then pratyakhyan. Most important approach to all of these faults is to keep them separate, and it is not happening to you. But the moment but if it is bothering you, that means you have become tanmayakar, or you have entered into the mistakes, you have become the owner of it, and therefore you have no choice except to do the pratikraman. You see, it is happening to the Prakruti. Then you see, if it bothers her, then make her do pratikraman. You see, if you remain separate, then by disconnecting the main power, that means the fan will stop, and then you don't have to worry about it. But then if it happens again, you do not need to regret it, you don't need to suffer from it. You again separate. The separation is the most important thing, and therefore the 5 Agnas is the most critical thing. If you slip from the 5 Agnas, then of course you have no choice except to enter into pratikraman. See, so if it comes today, then isn't there some time before it comes again? Yes, some Prakruti, some Atkan, there is the Atkan, the spiritual blockade of pride, of sexuality, of money, or greed, or willfulness is there. These are all, you see, and when fungo, where a little bit of a sprout comes out from the earth, that is, I know at that time there are 2 levels. Keep it separate. Are you hurting somebody? And number 2, I'm not hurting. But I have a lot of inner suffering. So you have one. If you are suffering inside, that means there is a little bit of weakness in your understanding, because at this level, what is missing? I wanted to know what is missing. I only talked to her. It is happening to you. I'm the pure soul only. When yeah, that is, keep separation, because this is the filled stock that is happening. Are you having? Are you thinking about eating meat right now? No, because you are not thinking about eating meat because you have not filled that stock in your past life. That is why bacon and beef does not come to you in your mind. I see. So but if you are thinking a lot about sex, that means that is what you have filled in your past life. You see, therefore currently sex is on your mind. So this is how sex will come even at the age of 70, when you're 70 years old. It depends on what was filled in the stock of the Prakruti in the last life. But I do feel, she says, why is the suffering not stopping? That is the woman Prakruti's complaint all the time. Why is the suffering not stopping? You will not find the men asking this question. Most women are asking this question, by the way, should I saying. And then, but so you should say, you can sprout whatever way you want to sprout. You can go in all the directions that you want. I'm not going to be with you. You know, if the Gnay is not there, what will the Gnata do? If that which is to be seen is not there, what will be the value of the knower? If that which is to be seen is not available for you to see, what is the value of that which who is the seer? You see, in other words, because it is over there in front of you, you need to see it. You are the seer, and you need not be disturbed by what you're seeing. You see, you just continue. Why are you responding to that which is in front of you? Do not go there. Do not become that. You see, So next one, Prajapati, because this is Prajapati, and on page 20, Dadashri has said that the internal Prakriti is the subtle Prakriti, and then because of the subtle Prakriti, the external Prakriti arises. Supposing, you see, it is, he says, and it is because could not come here to the temple. I used to come through Niruma, but I was never entered the hall. I was never entered the hall even when Niruma was doing satsang in the gigantic hall. I never entered the hall to listen to the satsang. I feel as if it is through Niruma's vows that I have received the grace, that I'm getting it. The time has come. You see, your obstructions are gone. Your antarai have been broke. Until then, the egos, when your antarais break, then everything is there. I I had heard of Dada when Dada was living, but I did not know the address of Dada, so I could not go to Dada. Yes, so whatever has happened is correct, and therefore it's done. Now you need to be in full stream Purusharth. He says when all the Mahatmas sit together, everybody's. But you are amazing. Just to see you, that you are just becoming like a sack of. There is not a single. Yes, yes, you are so calm, Prakruti. You are so quiet and so calm. So your Prakruti is so beautiful. He's complimenting. All the others are heating up and calling. And yeah, we see him very straight and simple. Yes, when the heat goes away, then it becomes. You see, those people hot around me. You see, my coolness goes to him, and their heat comes to me. You see, my file. I sleep in Samayik. This is a file of me. No, no, no. Then when you are awakened, you see, you're just everywhere. Do the Samayik when you're alert and awake. Don't do it when you're sleepy. That is all. Next one. Yes, Sachidanand Asha. What Prakriti and nature are, no, they are not the same. Yes, the qualities in the Prakriti are on the basis of the causes that were laid. You see, the effects, the quality in the Prakriti has anger, greed, pride. You see, nature is not does not have kashayas. The Prakriti has kashayas. You see, what is your question? I know the pure soul is Purush, and then Asha is Prakriti. Okay, pure. Yes, file one. Prakriti means file one. You see, and I'm pure soul is Purush. Okay, that is all. Mahesh and Jagdish talk. The, he is asking the discharge ego of past life, and then the new ego, when you become Antarmakar, is this the same or is different? Both are separate. Both are separate, you see. What was filled, it is going away. But when you fill in, but if you fill more through by becoming absorbed, when you become, when you, no, no, no. In ignorance, but when you have received the knowledge, then after the Gnanvidhi, if you become Tanmayakar, if you become Unis, you are not charging karma. It is only thing that you see, you will lose the experience of the bliss of the self if you become Unis, but you are not charging new karma after the Gnanvidhi, you see. But if but the discharge karma will remain pending. Whereas without Gnanvidhi, you are constantly charging new karma by every time you say, I'm Unis, I'm doing it, and this is mine and this is happening to me. Mm. Between Vritti, what is the difference between Vritti and Prakruti? Vritti, we are you. It is part of Prakruti. It is a filstol. It is a tendency of the Prakriti. And this is the, Eunice is his tendency is like this. She likes this food and she doesn't like this one. You see, that means it is part of the Prakriti of Eunice, part of the Prakriti of Nada. That is all. And if by remaining the knower is here, then it will wash away. But in a bit, by protecting it, then then you will have to settle it with equanimity again. If the garbage man has come to collect your garbage, but if you do not give it away, give it to him, then will it not remain in front of your home? But the ego, I do not want to protect my faults, but the ego protects the faults, and then a little bit later, then I have to reset it. And then you should understand that the ego protected the mistake unnecessarily. You have to tell the ego, let go of the garbage. Why are you protecting garbage as if you want to put it in your safe deposit box? Why are you locking up your garbage inside? Let the garbage go. Let the people take away your garbage. When no, do not deride your prakriti. Do not abuse your own prakriti. Do not be very scornful to your own prakriti. No, no. No. Try to forgive the prakriti of disha. You see, no. No, I'm eating in order to increase my awareness, I'm eating half of what I like to eat. No, 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 no. You're not eating 12 chapatis, you're eating maybe one or two. I'm very angry. I make sure I'm a very angry woman, she says. Well, make sure that you do pratikraman. That is all. Next one. And the Prakriti has the subatomic particles filled already, and therefore we got the Karela Shak, the bitter vegetable. And when the circumstance of Kerala arises on the dinner table, then why is this still there is an opinion? You see, because your understanding has changed, But now because you say, you say, he says, why don't I learn like to eat the Karela? She says, you can talk to Gon. He said, the mind is not accepting, but you can talk to him and say, why don't you put a little bit in the mouth, even if, and also say it is very nice, it's good for you, etc. And that, then it will come. And the same thing happens when I get insulted. If somebody insults me, you see, then I also feel that, oh, see, then you be happy that, the garbage man is coming to take away your garbage. Then let him take your garbage, you see. He insult is the medicine that dissolves your pride ego, you see. So let people insult you, you see. So don't protect the garbage of your pride, you see. Give it away, let it go. If somebody insults you, give it away. Don't try to protect it, don't try to lock it up in the home, you see. Just keep it outside the home and and be very grateful to the person who insults you. He through his soap and through his effort, and he through his hands he is washing my cloth. He is washing my cloth through his muscles and his energy. Then should I not be grateful to him? I do pratikraman, but still he still has got negative feelings for the other person. At that time you need to enter into penance. Yeah, the mind will feel negative, the ego feel negative, but you should say, no, no, no. You should have to say, no, this is very good. I need to enter into penance, you see. And you should have a different handle. It is very good thing. He's a good man for me. He's beneficial to me. He is liberating me. He's helping me liberate. You see, etc. Next one, Samir Mehta and Sanjay Trivedi from Mumbai. Samir Ben Mehta. Maya, this is another lady now. In this, whatever beliefs are there in discharge, initially I used to get disturbed, then I used to become tanmayakar, when then after a while I used to separate, and then I used to say that I'm pure soul, and I do not want to protect the Prakruti, but even then I end up protecting the Prakruti, and I cannot have the awareness continuously. So what should I do to have continued awareness? Later on it comes there, then it is good, is it not? Initially this is the field stock, it is very sticky. Sometimes the sticky stock will drag you away, you see. It is, if it is light water falling, but if it's sticky water falling, then it will drag you in the other direction, you see. So you remain as the pure soul, and make her do pratikraman, you see. This is the beginning, you are the right. The awareness comes a little bit later, and therefore set the separation, and then settle the file with equanimity. And as the stickiness goes away, then it is separate, and then you will remain separate from you, and it will be in the Prakruti. And you, yes, I do feel that it is really a significant change after this Shibiri. Oh, it is fantastic. This Shibiri is fantastic. This Shibir was amazing. This of Parayan was amazing. Okay, the next one. Hello, Samir Mehta, my name. My Prakruti is Sattvic Prakruti. It likes, but my partner has got negative Prakruti. He has got dark Prakriti. So, so my Bhagidhar, so my partner has got the negative Prakriti, and I. But it is, both of you believe you have Sattvic Prakriti. Forget about whatever the core. Just settle the file with equanimity. You do not try to, because you place your higher value on your Prakriti. Everybody else feels lower than you. I'm Sattvic, the other one is Tamasic, the other one is Rajasic, etc. These are all relative level. You see, when two Prakrutis gather together in life, nature brings two Prakrutis to balance each other. You see, so if you are a very dirty man in the home, in other words, you don't take care of things in the home, the wife will be will be such that she will keep everything correctly, you see, and in order and clean. So this is how it is. Man, the day your insistence goes away, then you will accept everyone regard of, so get rid of your opinions about, and get rid of your insistence that this is how it should be there. This should be clean. This should be niyam. This should be discipline. This should be the kind of food. This is these are all there to break your ego only. That is all. What you like is your ego only. That I like sattvic stuff. I like that which is good in the eyes of the public, which is good for the prakriti. But do not be insistent on it. Do not insist that all I'm a rose plant, and everybody should have roses on them too. No, the tamasic prakriti means he is drinking alcohol, and my sattvic prakriti means I don't drink alcohol. And you can say that, listen, some people do not. Some people, will say, even tell, say, supposing tomatoes are used in the curry, it says, no, I don't taste, because my doctor says I'm not to eat tomatoes. So, but you're not going to say, no, don't make tomato soups or, tomato dals or curries in the home. You see, if you have to stay with people who are different prakriti, you have to make the adjustments rather than insisting your opinions on the other person. You see, and every time that person comes into you, and then you see, then if there are negative opinions arising, then make sure that you do the practice. Yeah, so now there are, I have people, there are brahmachari brothers around me, you see. Now I feel I wish I was around, yeah, the brahmachari boys, the celibate boys only. And make sure that regardless of the echoes that are happening around, negative or positive, don't be aware of them, know them, improve the present. In the present you are as a soul, and settle the file. Are you married or not married? Deepakbhai asked him, are you married or not? He says, no, I'm not married. That means, you see, so if supposing a woman comes in front of me, should I scorn her? No. See her pure soul, and she the three vision. What do you want to ask? I say, most people get married, so should I get also married? Everybody's accounts are there. You don't know what you have filled in the Prakruti in the last life. If you had not filled that, that is why you haven't met a woman. You see, you don't need to go to do into it. We don't know what you have filled in with reference to sex or no sex in your Prakruti. That is all. Now, Dada says that if you can understand 99 talks of mine, then keep the 1% pending if you do not understand of mine, says Dadashri. Dadashri says if you accept 99% of my talks, then it's fine. But if you do not understand 1% of mine, keep it aside. Later on, you'll understand it. In the last Parishan Parayan, there was a question. It was storming. I could not, and then I was able to ask that question. And I was the I just, and whatever answer I got the answer, and then I I got an answer. And then even if I don't now, I know I have given you the question I have asked you. That, the, and the other says that do not put a break on Prakruti and just kind of see the field stock. So what is the line of demarcation? Do not put a break on the Pudgal. Do not put a brakes on a Pudgal on the non-self complex, and then see the field stock. Okay, so it is coming a few in further in our Parayan here. So we'll to answer that. Next one. You have said that the Pudgal is the doer by Nishchay. With Pudgal, the non-set complex is the doer, and the self is really not the doer. I understand that. Now, you said that, you know, you see, Nishcheti Pudgal Karta means the scientific circumstantial evidence is the doer. We say Pudgal. Vyavasthit means the circumstances come together and work happens. Pudgal and circumstances means the soul is the non-doer, and Pudgal and circumstantial evidences is really the doer. You see, the Pudgal is doing it. You see, Pudgal and SC is used synonymously with reference to the doer. If circumstances came together and it happens, it is Pudgal Karta. So there is a terminology which says the soul and Pudgal, Atma and Pudgal, or Atma and Vyavasthit. You see? So Pudgal is the Karta, the non-self is the doer, and the soul is the non-doer. The non-self, or otherwise known as the scientific circumstantial evidence, is the doer, and the soul is the non-doer. This is all. The soul is the non-doer, SCE or the Pudgal is the doer. Yes, Sachidanand. Aptavani 30th, volume 1. There is very beautiful details I have received. However, but I still have a question on page. Prakruti is what was filled in the previous life stock. It is expressing, and what is filled in this life will express in the next life. But I want to know, after the Gnan Vidhi, I want to understand what kind of, after the Gnan Vidhi, what will get filled, and in ignorance before the Gnan Vidhi, what was filled, what was charged, uh, how can we do Samayik and Pratikraman? You don't need to worry about what was filled before your Gnan Vidhi. What is your belief today? Yes, initially you wanted to buy a very expensive home and a very expensive jewelry and very expensive car, but now today's now that I am pure soul and except for moksha, I do not want anything, right? Supposing you think about the car and home, etc. Today's your belief is most of the thing is your belief has changed now. But even if little it is, that I want some expensive diamonds now, etc. You used to say, why don't you do pratyekhan? Why do you think this is going to come? Just get rid of it. Do the pratyekhan. It will become free from it. Now, whatever is now, most of it will go away. After the Gnan Vidhi, everything goes away with the Prata Vidhi that I do not want anything anymore, you see. The old signatures will get scratched, whatever. Today, through the five Agnas that you are following, you have the full conviction that I want to be in the five Agnas. I want to remain in this knowledge only. Vyavasthit is the door. This is all a file. I want to settle it. And because you have conviction of that, therefore it will take you further on the path of liberation by having one more life. Whatever you did this to become free from the effect of effect. When I came here from USA, that night I had a lot of suffering. Filed one. There was all night I am pure soul only, and I'm not the one who is suffering. Then I said that the fault is the sufferer. The next day, with the next 99%, it got separated. It is, I am not this, I am pure soul. This is all. I do not need to enter into that. I don't need to go there at all. It is not going to come. There is no value of it. Through knowledge, it did work. I got the line of demarcation. It worked. But so now, what's the question? This is what we want to have prevail. So today, we let us take the Samayik now. The Samayik is now happening at about. We got about 10 minutes left before 2:30 now. I with it, I end up doing this. It is not happening. The Samayik. Let us now see where we are. I am doing this. Why is it not happening? We are always saying, we are. Why am I suffering? Why is it not? I'm clearing myself. I'm trying so hard, but still I'm not getting into Gnan. Most of it is. It is actually part of the Prakruti. You see, it is you're talking about. You're trying to change the spinning top. It is spinning clockwise. You want to trying to stop. It is like trying to change the Prakruti. Prakriti is a spinning top. It is dancing according to its own tune. Try to understand the underlying reasons. It's right, and not for the outer. It is that we are not trying to change the causes for the next life. Which is we are changing. We're trying to change the small g Gnan. You see, the way we look at the Prakriti, not for our future life. Future life. Our future life is due to five Agnas only. But you see now, if you are deceitful, if you are greedy, if you are sexual, if you are angry, then it is because of residual wrong knowledge. And you have to just talk to file one and say, why are you going there? Lois, recite the 5, 6, 7 for the food. Then well, when you are having interfering during the time of eating, then recite the seventh column. If you are having sexual thoughts, then recite the sixth column. You see, if you are hurting the ego of somebody, then recite the first column. You see, all of this. If you are hurtful in speech, then recite the fifth column and the fourth column, etc. So, but the Prakriti will continue to eat, even if Prakriti will continue to eat the sweet stuff, even if the doctor has told you not to eat sweet stuff. And therefore, you see, so then you should give it the natural Gnan. It says that every time he eats, you can say, okay, now, then make him or her recite the seventh kalam, that a balanced meal which consists of all the six tastes, you see. And supposing food did not come, then did you heard somebody say, where's my food? Why did you cook it this way? Why did you do it this way? You see, then you see, so because of and cut down your kashayas, you change your kashayas, cut down your lack of understanding in that which is happening in discharge. That is the easy way. You need to the rust of Prakriti will arise, the kashaya of Prakriti will arise in discharge, through your hurtful speech, through your hurtful activity, and through your hurtful internal vision. And that is needs to be changed through the awareness of the presence of who you are, and through the conversation with file one. You see, this is the internal way. And this is what we can say, that we are changing the knowledge a little bit. We are changing this cause a little bit. You see, the cause of the knowledge, but that the Prakriti may change or may not change. It is not important anymore now that you have become the pure soul only. But you see, if she continues to steal in restaurants and put a little bit of a silver spoon in the purse, then you need to talk to her. So as if you would talk to, as if you were talking to your little son or daughter. My son, well, just think what you're doing. You see, try to change his or her understanding. This is how it is. If she is hurtful to other people, even though she has received none, then you can say, what are you gaining out of this? Do you say, look at her, look at how you have hurt the other person? Please, please make a strong decision that you do not want to hurt him or her. This is because you are willful. You are so insistent yourself. You are trying to, you are trying to insist, and you are trying to insist on your own willfulness and your view, and that is why you are continuing, even though you received the Gnan. Your Prakriti is resistant. Your Prakriti is hurting the others. You see, so you need to really change it, just as if you are making a little boy understand, or little girl understand. Do you see, if you do if you steal, then if you get caught, then they will, what is the value of this thing? I will give you 5 pencils, my son. Why steal somebody else's pencil? Keep on making him understand, and then he will, you see, talk to him with love. In the same way, talk to file one, talk to the Prakriti, talk to the Prakriti with love. You see. Mm. There, You see, if one person had heard that, you see, you can catch. He says, if you catch the mice and if you and then give them to the crows outside, then it will give. He's got the wrong. He catches the mice and feeds them to the crows outside. This is the wrong knowledge. You see, then the Dada gives him the right knowledge that you cannot kill the mice. Then you see, you're killing living beings. You see, so that is every time he recognizes that I do not want to do this. You know you see, the crows will find its food on their own, so you don't have to go and kill them, but you can catch them and leave them out in the field so that they do not come back to your home. You see, if your vision changes, therefore his and that means he is very, then his conviction is there that I cannot kill mice, and before he was doing it, now he will be killing 5 mice, then he comes 4 mice, then 3 mice, then 2 mice, and then, so you should have the right kind of knowledge on the right conviction on the right note. So if the wrong vision is coming out, the wrong speech is coming out, then you really need to, you see, have the firm conviction of what is right, and do not go and side with the opinion of the ego that was wrong with it. You see, so do not protect your mistakes of the ego, but rather be focused on what is right, what is helpful to the others, what is hurtful, and we know what is hurtful to the others. You see, therefore so therefore you, just as you would converse with file one, you see, just talk to file one, you do not want to hurt anyone. And what and in the conduct, thoughts or activity and speech that is hurtful, that arises out of the gross Prakruti, then you have to do the Pratikraman and Pratyakyan, or you have to do the 9 columns and get the major energies through the 9 columns. You see, adjust it accordingly, like this, adjust it. Yeah. Do not get into the suffering. Why is it still happening? Why is it still happening? Then you will not be on the right path at all. You see, and you're wasting precious time. Instead, just be aware of the discharge of the Prakriti and have the right understanding that it should not be like this, and ask for the energy that it should not be like this. And if somebody has been hurt, then do the Pratikraman and Pratyakyan. Do everybody understand this? This is remain in the awareness of separation and remain in the approach of separation and conversation with file one, with conversation with Marcia, Nada, Katya, Grit. Remain in conversation, you see, and you see, ego is the owner of the Prakriti. Ego had made the causes in the last life, and ego is now discharging, is in effect also, you see. So it is the wrong, so give the right understanding of the 5 Agnas, give the right understanding of the double A, double B, give the right understanding of the evidences of flawlessness, in what way he is flawless, who is the doer, who is doing it, why is he doing it, remove the, and be free from the old opinions, and therefore, and so the entire complex of nada that has arisen out of ignorance, the entire complex of nada is being changed through the correct approach of the Amapura or the Rainasile, and the awareness and talking to the ego of nada. You do not trying to change the Prakruti, the discharging reactions of nada. You are trying to change the understanding of the ego intellect of nada. The owner of the Prakruti. That is all. You see, you're changing. You cannot stop talking hurtful speech. You see, you cannot. But if you can stop the understanding, the wrong understanding behind the hurtful speech, then the hurtful, that is the, there is more light, and we are changing our own Gnan, and this is the final and the eternal Siddhant. This is the final and eternal incontrovertible principle of liberation. We are not changing the Prakriti of Deepak, Shuddha or Nada. We are just giving him the right knowledge only. We are adjusting the right knowledge through Dadavani and through the, see, everybody understand this? Let us do a very good Samayik now. So we do now the Vidhi of the Samayik. Speak, O Dada Bhagwan, the absolute self within me. O Sri Simanda Swami Prabhu, the perfect Lord at Mahavidya Kshetra, with the exact applied awareness of the pure soul, Shuddha Upyog, in the Prakriti of file 1, in the filled stock that is in there, without interfering in any way, taking the misunderstanding only, the lack of right understanding and the wrong beliefs only, and opinions only, but to get the right understanding, through the right knowledge, and to change it through this right understanding. And as the old wrong understandings go away, and as the right understanding fits in there, and in whatever may be the worldly interaction of the Prakruti, let me remain separate from it and keep the awareness of separation, and that I can become free from the wrong beliefs and understanding, and then can fit the right understanding of knowledge, and, and the knowledge of five Agnas also. And let me adjust all of that with the five Agnas and become free from the wrong understanding. Let grant me the energy to do such a Samayik, my Lord. I surrender this mind, speech, and body, all illusions associated with my name, bhav karma, charge karma, dravya karma, subtle discharge karma, yellow glasses, no karma, gross discharge karma. O Dada Bhagwan, the Absolute Self within me, you are manifest within me, you are the Lord God, Absolute God within me, and it is at your divine feet, Sucharano, I am surrendering, samarpan them all to you. I am pure soul, 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 I am pure soul. Chu Shuddhatma 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 Chu. Ich bin reine Seele, 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 ich bin reine Seele. Eu sou alma pura, 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 eu sou alma pura. Atma Chu Shuddhatma 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 Chu. Jai Sachidanand, Jai Sachidanand. I understand stories. There was a little baby. It was she kept on she kept on trying to catch the little clip on the mother's hair in the shadows. So the mummy lifted up and said, "Now, did you not just catch it? You see, the Prakruti is only a shadow. You cannot catch your own shadow. Why don't you catch where the supposing catch? You see, put your hand on yourself. You will be able to catch your shadow. You see, you cannot catch your shadow. Can you? Put your hand on your own little thick clip that on your hair clip. Can you catch your hair clip in the shadow? You can only catch your hair clip on your own head. You see." So just change it. Okay, very good. Everybody understand this? Let us go now. Jai Sachidanand. Highest namaskars to everyone who are with Shuddha on this live voiceover informal translation of the Parayan that is happening of Aptavani 13. Jai Sachidanand.